be saying at work, y'all like, I want to get paid to pee. Let me pee before I go to lunch. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, as promised, I am going to tell you guys how God gave me a promotion. Okay, so for starters, I'm one of those people that believe in the speak things into existence. So before this job even became available, I was telling my boss and like the big boss that I wanted this position, but the position hadn't been available at that moment. Didn't really come up a lot, like the position, because people like the position, so they don't usually quit. Well, in December, the position that I've been wanting came available. Now at that point, my coworker was pregnant. So before, she hadn't been talking about the position, she hadn't been thinking about the position, but after she got pregnant, she was like, well, it's a work from home position, I would like this position. So the position actually just transferred to work from home, because it used to be an office position. You'd have to go into the office to do it. Well, now they transitioned it to work from home, which is awesome. But I didn't want it because it was work from home. I wanted it because this is the position that I wanted. So around December, the position became available. And then my coworker and I both applied for the position. At this time, I was like saying, you know, how I was going to have the position. You know, the job's pretty much mine. I'm going to get the position, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, pretty much speaking it into existence as I do normally when I want something. I'll talk about me already having it. So the day of the interviews came. Because they have to send out like an interview thing to everybody who applied. So the day of the interview comes, and my interview was first, and so they're asking questions that I don't know the answer to, but I know she knows the answer to, because she was in a higher position than me, so she was already trained on the stuff that they wanted to know. So once they started asking those questions, I pretty much just like I cut out. I was done. I was like, oh, okay, she's gonna get the job. Like, I just bombed. Like, if you can say bombed, I bombed the interview. And I know it because like I felt myself bombing it. I felt myself just letting go, like, okay, whatever, the job's not mine. Like, I felt that. So after my interview, I go out and I tell her, you know, pretty much the questions they're gonna ask, and she prepares for her interview. I know y'all probably like, why would you do that? This is a competition. But I'm like, you know what? If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Like, that's how I feel about things. So, you know, no need to be hating. So she goes in and does her her interview, and they don't tell us who got the position, I think, for like a week. So they're like, oh, we're gonna let you guys know on Christmas Eve. So we were closed on Christmas Day, and I was going on vacation the 1st of the month until the 11th. So I took the first week off in January to move into my apartment. And the Christmas Eve came along, and she was off, but I was working. So they didn't say anything. And I was like, and my coworker was like, well, what do you think? And I was like, I'm pretty sure she got the position. Like, with the questions they were asking, I'm pretty sure she got the position. So she comes in later on Christmas Eve to say that she got the position. And my coworkers, like, were feeling bad for me. And I'm like, don't feel bad for me. That's the worst. So it's worse when people feel bad for you. Like, they feel worse than you feel because we work together. So I was like, don't feel bad for me. It's cool. Well, right after that, I went on vacation. And that whole time, it was much needed vacation. Much needed. I was able to move into my apartment, get everything settled. I went on a road trip with my sister. I wasn't thinking about work. I wasn't thinking about that. So when I got back, I had to, on the 11th, I had to go back into work. Yes, okay, so before I got off vacation, I want to say this. Before I got off vacation, I made a vision board. I don't know if you guys know, but I am into vision boards. So I made a vision board. Me and my friends, they came over and we all made vision boards together and like prayed over them and everything. And on the vision board, like I unconsciously or something, because I didn't even realize that this was on the vision board until lately, but I put remote work on the vision board. So on the way back to work, I think she was off the day I went back, so she was there the next day. So that day, was she off that day? No, I don't think she was off that day. Whatever, she still had a week before she left. So she had a week before she left to the new position, and I was going back to work, and I know that people were just gonna like feel bad for me, like with both of us there knowing that she got the position. I just knew people were gonna feel bad for me, and like I didn't want to feel bad for me, and I didn't want to not like her for applying, because I want to feel like I didn't want people to feel bad for me, and then I didn't want to be upset with her about, you know, whatever. So now this is, what was this, 2 days after the vision board, I think. I got something on my lips, y'all, like big time, big time. So I was headed to work that day, and I knew she was gonna be there, and I didn't want people to feel bad for me, and I was just praying in the car, and I was like, please just let this not be a stressful day. I am not upset with her. I'm glad that she got the position. I'm glad that she got the position that is for her family and everything, you know, because she's having a family. I'm glad it's a good move for her and her family, and I know that you have something equally as good or better for me, and I trust you. That's what I trust you. I always say, like, when I'm done and I just give up, I'm like, I trust you. So I get to work, and everything just, you know, it goes by, whatever. Well, that day I got back to work, they posted, it was 2 days after the vision board, 1 day after I got back to work, they posted another position, the exact same position, and we all thought it was like a fluke. So my other coworker, she was like, is that right? Did they not know that they already filled it? It was like, is this an accident? And I was like, I don't know. My other coworker was like, oh, you should apply, like you should just reapply. And I'm like, I don't know, they already turned me down. Like, nothing's changed in the time I was on vacation to now. Like, I still don't have the experience. Which, take it back, the day before, so Monday, the big boss actually came in, and he was talking to me about the interview, and he's like, I just want to talk to you about the interview and know why you didn't get it, and let you know why you didn't get it. And I was like, yo, I bombed. Like, I know why I didn't get it. I bombed it. He was like, actually, they said you did a good job. The reason you didn't get it was because she had more experience. And I was like, oh, okay, you know, I understand. Like, she does have more experience. I would have hired her too. That's what I said. So yeah, they ended up posting the position, and I was like, yeah, I still don't have the experience. And they were like, my coworker was like, just apply. And I was like, okay, cool. So I applied for the position, and I didn't hear anything for, I want to say, about 5 days. So the first time I applied, they emailed me the same day, like, hey, we got your application, it's under review, blah blah blah. This time I didn't hear anything, so I was like, okay, well, you know, there's your answer. So after a week, the position came available for her position, because like I said, she was in a higher position than me. So her position became available, and my coworker was like, oh, you know, apply for it, it's still a promotion, it's still a pay raise. And I was like, okay, yeah, okay. So I was like, at least I can, you know, see what it's about. So because I would still be working at my my former location, I would still have been there, and I just would have been in a higher position, and I really just didn't want to be there. So I applied for that job, and it was 20 minutes before I went to lunch, I applied. And so I'm sitting next to my coworker, and we're talking about it, and she was like, well, see, there you go, you could still get a promotion. I'm like, yes, but I didn't want this one, I wanted the other one. And she was like, I know. And she was like, yeah, I know. And I was like, oh well. So I was like, you know what, I'm about to go to lunch, I'm gonna pee before I leave, because I want to get paid to pee. That's the kind of stuff we say at work. Yeah, like, I want to get paid to pee, let me pee before I go to lunch. So I went to the bathroom, and then I came back, and it wasn't even that long a time. I came back, and there was an email on my computer So I pull up the email and it's like, hey, can you call me? I can't get in through the main line. So I was like, okay. So I called them and it was like, hey, we have your application and we just want to offer you the position. Do you still want it? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, so we didn't reach out to you or interview you again because you did such an amazing time the first interview. Y'all, my mind is blown because I promise you I bombed that interview. I don't even, I don't even know. That's when you be playing. He be playing. He know. So that's when you know, because I know I bombed the interview. And they were like, yeah, you did such an amazing job with the interview the first time. We just want to offer you the position. And I was like, okay. And she's like, so it is a pay raise, which she told me what it was. And it was actually more than what I was going to ask for. So I was like, you out here show it out. Okay. I see. And then she was like, and it's a work at home position. So like I said before, it wasn't a work at home position. And then it transitioned into a work at home position. Well, they had a lot of people that already worked there. So the people that were there before got to work at home, and then the newer people would be working in the office. Well, now they transitioned it completely to at home. So everybody works at home, which I didn't know until she told me. And she was like, so it is a work at home position. Is that okay? And I was like, yes, it is okay. That's absolutely okay. And then I got off the phone and my coworker was like, what? And I was like, yo, I got the position. She was like, no. I was like, really, truly, it's crazy. It was the craziest thing, y'all, because not just because the position, like the other position was available, but because I didn't even, like, the interview was, I felt it going downhill. Like, in my mind, I felt it, and I felt myself, like, losing it a little bit more with every question. So after that, I was talking to the big boss. So like 1, 2, 3, yes, the big boss, and I was asking her about the position, and she was telling me that the one my coworker got was actually to replace someone, and the one that I got was just an extra position. She didn't even know that they were gonna post an extra position. She didn't even know where it came from, and I was like an extra position? Come on, these positions don't become available that often because, like I said, people like the job. They don't want to leave. So when I go over to the new place, the training place, because I still have training office, when I go over to the new place, I was talking to them about it. I'm like, so what's up with this position? And she's like, honestly, I don't know. I don't know where that position came from. I don't know how it's available. I know how it's available. Yes, God, he be showing up. He be showing out. He will do more. He will do above and beyond, abundantly, exceedingly. I'm telling y'all, it was the craziest. The whole thing was crazy. So it all happened within the span of like 2 weeks from me getting back from vacation. So that was that. Like, that's how I got the position, the extra position. So anyway, if you guys like this video, make sure to like, comment, share, all of the above. If you guys have any interesting stories, I would like to hear about it. And I will see you guys in another video. Bye.